This is a Poet Punch podcast.
Yeah, she's doing great. I love pitching movies with her.
Keep the pitches coming, Tom.
I'm on a roll today.
Nat and I are like twins. 2319! We have a 2319!
Red alert, red alert. Red alert, red alert. Red alert, red alert. Natalie Hay, please remain motionless. Prepare for decontamination.
Oh no.
Duck and cover, people!
Coming through, please. Stand by. Stand clear of the contaminated area. This is a 2319 in progress. Keep the area clear. Coming through. Watch your step.
Hello, and welcome back. Some sad news today. Nat was unfortunately taken ill and taken by Damage Control.
A million spiders.
Yeah. Got spider's disease.
Spider's disease and then repoed by
Damage Control.
Yeah.
They took her in a van, put her in prison.
Put her in one of them holding cells from Daredevil Born Again.
Yeah. It's fucked up, actually.
You know what the fucked up part is?
What the fucked up part is? Oh my god. This week is Superior Spider-Man. Now, Bri, would you like to introduce yourself first of all?
Yeah. Hey guys. My name's Bri Power. I've been on Freaky Foggy once before in the 3D Man episode.
Yes.
And I'm a writer, career copywriter. And I'm a Marvel enthusiast, a Spider-Man enthusiast, and I've actually read the Superior Spider-Man comics. Right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
interesting.
Exactly.
It's more than we ever do.
I read them a while ago, but I should have.
So if you wouldn't mind then, tell us who Superior Spider-Man is.
Yeah, Superior Spider-Man is essentially Peter Parker meets his untimely demise at the end of this run. This was kind of, I guess I won't go into too much detail about it, but essentially after the whole infamous clone run where they, in the 90s, cloned Spider-Man, and then you had the whole Ben Reilly and all that. Ben Reilly, am I right with that? Yeah, it's the whole Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider debacle, and everyone hated the clones and all this other stuff. Then there was a pretty normal run of Spider-Man for a while, and then they wanted to kind of shake things up again. And so this is the mainline Spider-Man. It might sound like this is, for our purposes, when we start doing the pitch, it will probably not be mainline, but this was the mainline comic run of Spider-Man at the time, and he fully dies in the run because Otto Octavius is dying, and he creates a device to switch his brain with Spider-Man's brain, and he essentially puts his mind into Spider-Man's mind. So Spider-Man has the mind of Otto Octavius, and then Peter Parker, as Otto Octavius in his body, dies. Did that track? Did that make sense?
Yeah,
Did I explain that? So basically, a dying Otto Octavius swaps minds, and then Peter Parker dies in the dying body, which is like very unceremonious, and a lot of people were mad about it. I think it's like quite heart-wrenching that like Peter like doesn't even get to die with MJ by his side because he's in Otto's body and no one knows or believes that he's Peter. Otto Octavius, a side effect that he didn't expect once putting his brain into Spider-Man's body is that he starts to feel a sense of actual heroicism, implying that the body of Peter Parker, the body of Spider-Man, has some inbuilt responsibility and like heroicism. So like he actually starts feeling like he should do good, and like he becomes essentially genuinely reformed. And in the body of Spider-Man now, Otto Octavius is like, you know what? I'm going to be better than I was as Otto Octavius. I'm going to be better than Peter Parker was as Spider-Man. I'm going to be a superior Spider-Man. I'm going to go around and do better. I'm going to do good. He is a bit, finding his sea legs. He's a bit rough with villains and stuff like that, but he is genuinely, it's not like he's now going around trying to tarnish the name the way Kraven does in Kraven's Last Hunt. He genuinely goes around trying to be a better Spider-Man than Spider-Man was, and that's kind of superior. That run goes on for like 100 comics of like him as Spider-Man before they do some comic shit and reset it, and Peter Parker comes back, which is insane that Otto Octavius is Spider-Man for that long. Yeah, for that long. This is early to mid 2000s, I'd say.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, now, we need to decide where we want to set this first.
So I had a pitch for that.
Okay.
I had an idea. So obviously you guys have done Spider-Man, which was in Fantastic Four.
The Fan Four Stick.
Fan Four Stick. Sorry, that's
Yeah.
my bad. That's my bad. Okay. And then you had Mainline with Agent Venom. I'm thinking it might be fun because there's no Otto Octavius to play with there, so we can start with scratch. If we set this in the Andrew Garfield universe,
Ooh.
because you could do some really emotional stuff. I think of him. You get to like play around with his trauma of losing Gwen that we never really get to see, and what he like. We basically could pick this up as what if this is Spider-Man 3 of like we get to see the intro bit of like what is he. The Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
You get to see him kind of this fallout that he describes in No Way Home of like how he was really upset about the death and like wasn't pulling his punches anymore. And then essentially the villain that he's fighting during this is Otto Octavius. And then Otto...
So is this is still set after No Way Home though? Unless you want to retcon that.
No. It would have to be No Way Home. But I'm saying that like the way that I'm assuming in Brand New Day... that there's going to be like a montage at the beginning to do a time jump.
Yeah.
I still want to get a montage in of what like in No Way Home he was describing being kind of a more violent Spider-Man after Gwen died.
Yeah.
I want to see that. And in that montage, we'll meet Otto Octavius for the first time.
Right.
You know, and then and that will set up the stage for the rest of the movie where Otto
I think that works. I think we should also have him be with the MJ of that universe by the time the real story starts.
Yeah, because there's no MJ yet.
Yeah, so I think it's like he comes back from the No Way Home stuff and he's like, oh man, life can be good for me. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like from seeing the Tobey Maguire one and he's like, oh, there is a future for me still.
Yeah.
He can then be like, he can go and find MJ, or maybe he's already met her from the deleted scenes from Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, or I mean, even just like, he doesn't go seeking her, but then he meets someone and he's like flirting with her. And I could see like Andrew Garfield flirting in a coffee shop, having his charm. And she's like, oh, I'm MJ. And then like something clicks because he would know MJ was Peter 1's.
Yeah, and Peter.
And I don't know if did he mention, I don't know if verbally, because he met Zendaya's Michelle Jones, but I don't know if Peter 2 would have said.
I can't remember if I'm sure he's.
Regardless, he would know MJ is like significant to him. And that way, again, that could be part of the montage if we want, if we were just doing kind of like a catch up what you missed of like, because I do like the idea of like when the actual story of this starts, it's like he's
kind of
firmly
back on track,
firmly with MJ. He's the Amazing Spider-Man, and he's now fighting Otto Octavius essentially. I mean, I think that I love this. As like where we're setting it, I do think the fans would rage if they're like, you're getting an Andrew Garfield third movie, and then actually no, it's gonna be.
But the fun of it is that it's still Andrew Garfield doing the acting.
He's just being Otto Octavius, for it, which I think is fun. I think he can pull that off. I think it's something we haven't seen before.
Now, before we go any further, who do we want to play Otto Octavius?
Yeah, that's a big one. The thing about Otto is that he kind of has to play off, because so the way I'm seeing it here is that we get the catch up of what he was like after Gwen, and that's when we'll first see him, and he's younger, he's a bit more fit, and then he has to play like dying in bed essentially, because in Superior Spider-Man there's like an iconic scene of like he's dying, I think, of cancer. I could be wrong about that. I think it's a maybe brain tumor. I don't know. So you need to be able to play younger and older, but also, are we going to have like is his inner thoughts, are they going to be voiced by the guy playing? Like when he's in Peter Parker's body, are his inner thoughts going to be?
Oh, you're talking about doing like an actual internal monologue thing with it.
I think that you have to. This actor isn't going to get to do much if it's just immediately all Andrew Garfield. You could do like a talking to the mirror Green Goblin thing, and when he looks at himself in the mirror, he sees Otto. Yeah.
I mean, or you could just go for he's just there for a bit in the beginning.
You just get a huge actor because you don't actually have to pay them that much because he's just there for a little bit. I've got an actor that's hit me.
Okay.
Do you have one too?
No, I don't. So
you'll probably know why this is in my head, but Stellan Skarsgård.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, I know he's already in the Thor franchise as Eric Selvig, but this is a different universe.
Yeah, there's multiverse stuff. It's fine. I think, that could be That could be really good.
Yeah. Peter. Peter. I just think he's got even as Eric Selvig, he plays an intelligent character. And so I feel like, I just feel like he fits really well with the ball. Like they could do him up to play intimidating, and they could also dune him up to make him look decrepit, like he's about to heel over, like they do for the Baron. And
yeah,
I think actually, now that I've thought of it, that feels really right for Otto.
Okay, so how long do we want to spend with Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker before Otto takes over? I think it's going to be Act 1, right? It's got to
be the turning point. So it's got to be like 25 minutes in, maybe. So you've got to do the 5-minute catch up of like the montage and what was it like after Gwen, where he's fighting Otto for the first time. Maybe even do a little bit of a de-age on Stellan Skarsgård.
I don't know if you need to do it because it's not been that long. Like between No Way Home and now, it's not been that long, and that's kind of when you would.
Yeah, well, technically, you would see him before No Way Home.
Maybe maybe a bit of.
Yeah.
So I think like the easiest way to do it is that like he's dying, and Otto just requests to see Spider-Man in prison.
Like he's already in prison at this point.
Yeah, he's in like a prison hospital type. Like when prisoners get ill, they are sometimes transferred to hospitals, but it's like very clearly that he's not going to go anywhere.
I would say, because I think I still want in a movie where Otto is so prominent, I still want a Dr. Octopus fight scene. So I think you do your 5 minutes at the beginning where it's like catch up. He's not pulling his punches. You see like his first like maybe 2 seconds. I don't think we're going to see much of a Scorpion fight in Brand New Day. So you see like that much, like a little bit. They trade punches. The end of that montage is him like zapping back from No Way Home. Yeah. And then he's like, oh my God, I'm back and everything like that. Boom, gets hit with a tentacle. Yeah. And then you get a prolonged fight, and that prolonged fight ends with him saving MJ, and she goes, my name's MJ, and then boom, title card, we jump forward. Yeah. And then that's where we are. We get our little bit more of at the end of the montage, we get a little bit more of a prolonged Otto fight. Yeah. It ends with him meeting MJ. You serve everything. You get to throw in some fun villains in there. Maybe he's kicking the shit out of Big Wheel for a second, like all that stuff, Stiltman. And then it's kind of like Fantastic Four's montage too, as well, whereas you get to throw in some fun references. And then we pick up, and that's when, because he's defeated him at the end of that montage, Otto has been in prison / a hospital prison since then. And then you get a scene where it's just Peter and MJ. Maybe we throw in an emotional arc. Maybe they're talking about having a kid. Yeah. Or maybe they're talking about marriage, whatever one you want to do.
Probably marriage is probably easier. Yeah. I think that maybe what if Otto has like we need to figure out what the device is that's causing the mind swapping stuff.
I mean, I feel like you could just go with, in his prison, he's kind of tampered with the spinal cord thing that he has in for, like, the hospital can't actually take out the spinal cord thing that controls his tentacle. Like, he doesn't have his tentacles, but that spinal cord thing is still there because they can't take it out without killing him. And he's somehow managed to, like, in his off time, reprogram that so long as he can like stick a needle into Peter's head, if he gets close enough, they can swap bodies.
Yeah. And then I think like they have like the kind of emotional scene of Peter's like, why did you bring me here? Why do you want me to come visit you? And he's like, I'm dying.
Like, I think it would be like multiple requests for a very long time, and Peter finally shows up.
Yeah, so we can show he gets like a phone call at the beginning after the thing of like, or he gets missed. He's getting a bunch of calls that he's ignoring. Yeah. And
while he's talking to MJ.
While he's talking to MJ, he then looks, and then it's like Otto has requested a visitor, and he's requesting Peter Parker specifically instead of.
Would Otto know that he's?
I think that you could do the whole like Otto knows, but Peter doesn't know that he knows yet. Right. Okay. And he's like, why is he requesting me? Right, he's like kind of freaked out. He's like, it's kind of like a thing of like, I don't know if he knows, and if I go, I might. What if I slip up? What if I get something wrong?
I think he goes as Spider-Man, because like if he's requesting, let's say that he's going through the Daily Bugle, right? So then Peter is getting information through J. Jonah, and like J. Jonah's like oh, hey, Otto Octavius keeps wanting, can you tell Spider-Man Otto Octavius wants to see him? Because, like, that's, they know that he knows Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So Peter keeps getting to, like, he wants to see Spider-Man, he wants to see Spider-Man. And then J. Jonah calls and is like, he's like, I know he wants to see Spider-Man. I've told him. He's not interested. He's like, no, this time he requested you, Peter.
Yeah.
And he's like, what?
And he's like, we want you to do a story. We're doing a story on him or something.
Yeah.
And he wants you there. He wants you to be the photographer.
Specifically, yeah. I think that works. I think he goes as Peter. I think you get MJ being the voice of reason of like, don't go because you're worried about him knowing your identity. Go because like you owe it to them to try, like the reform angle that Aunt May was of like MJ is the one of like you know, what if this isn't a ploy? What if this isn't?
And he can be genuinely like concerned that like if he's seen how Peter once, or like Tom Holland's Peter, when he was outed as Spider-Man, how much that wrecked his life.
Yeah.
He now knows, he's had thoughts about what it would do to him before, but now he's seen what it would do.
And now he has a lot to lose again, right? Because he's just rebuilt his life after Gwen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think you need to, somewhere in this movie, before he changes, get him a scene where he visits Gwen's grave. I think that's important.
Yeah.
At some point. Maybe it's literally like he goes to Gwen's grave and he's like, you know, Otto wants to see me. I don't know what to do, you know, and you know, MJ says hi. Like so you get also the sense that MJ, like, he's very open about Gwen and MJ's okay with it, or something like that, and you kind of tie that up as an emotional scene. And then he goes, and then we're like 25 minutes in, and he goes to see Otto.
And then Otto tells him, I'm dying. He's like, you can tell Spider-Man. He's like very clearly being like, you can tell Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly.
No, maybe he reveals that he knows he's Spider-Man.
I think he reveals it.
He's like, you know, Spider-Man, I know it's you.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry anymore. And Peter's like, what? And then kind of like is not attacks him, but like kind of reaches at him, and he's like, how do you know? How did you know?
Yeah, you get the same Peter from the Gwen flashback that we did, where he's like like not pulling his punches, where he's angry. You get that version of him really quickly, where he's like, fuck.
And then during that bit, that's when he jabs him with his like
back of the neck
thing, and does the transfer.
Yeah, and then you could say that he could say something along the lines of like, Peter Parker's secret dies with me, or something like that. It's like a little bit like an overt like. And then so he does the transfer there, and then he leaves Peter. He gets to... I love the idea of Andrew Garfield being all smug as Otto Octavius and being like, all right, enjoy.
And instead of having to play like that scared Peter.
Yeah. And then he leaves him.
Yeah.
So now we have to figure out what is the story of the rest of this movie that...
I had a thought. Did you watch any of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the new animated show? So in that... Doc Ock is the tech supplier for all of the other villains.
Oh, interesting.
And I think that should still be the case, that he's the one who creates all the tech and sells it to people. And I think that one of the first things he does is try to start that back up again.
As Peter Parker. Right.
And I think he thinks that it's going to work, and then doesn't quite realize how much the villains all know that Peter Parker knows Spider-Man. And so that he's like tries to call it. He calls a meeting.
Oh, so he
calls a meeting from the Octavius thing, and they're all there like, man, I didn't even know he broke out of prison, man. How did he do that?
And then
this guy's a genius. Yeah. And then Peter Parker steps out, and he's like,
it's a trap.
And he's like, look what I did, guys. And they're like, ah,
this guy knows Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So Otto thought he was clever because he's like, oh, I figured out that they're one and the same.
Yeah.
So in his head, it didn't compute that everyone else would just have the knowledge that he knows Spider-Man. That's like a very known thing that Peter knows. And he's like completely... I like that idea that Otto is very smart, but like completely missed that part of his plan. So he like puts together...
Oh, he's like... He now, because he knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, he's completely forgotten about the lie that Peter Parker just knows Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. It's like a misstep in his head, because he's like, nobody knows that they're one and the same, so I could just be Peter Parker. I could just be some guy who's now running the Otto Foundation, and he's not going to tell anyone that he's Otto Octavius. Yeah. Or was like his plan originally to tell everyone that
I think his plan
Otto?
was originally to be like, look what I did, guys. Look how cool this is.
As in, like, he's Otto Octavius revealing it. But then everyone's like, you know Spider-Man. And does that, like, click in his head of, like, oh, maybe...
They're not going to believe me. And, like, and they fuck off with all of his gear.
Who's in the room? Let's get some names. Who's in the room?
We need to, I want to make a Sinister Six out of like kind of losery.
Yeah, so we've mentioned Big Wheel.
Big Wheel, yes.
Stiltman.
I'm gonna look up some Spider-Man Rogues Gallery.
I get so confused with the extended Rogues Gallery of Batman and Spider-Man because of how many.
There's a lot of like crossover in terms of like
the weird
types.
Yeah. Stiltman.
So of Chameleon.
Oh, Chameleon. Oh, okay. Actually, I think Chameleon might be a good like big villain for this. Like the main. Like obviously we have a Sinister Six, but
obviously we can have a Sandman.
Well, let's not do Sandman. Let's do Hydro Man.
Hydra Man, yeah. The Rhino.
The Rhino as like an actual proper.
It's Paul Giamatti's Rhino.
Oh my god, I forgot. Sorry, yeah, this is that universe. So he's Paul Giamatti's Rhino.
Yeah,
and he would need tech for it.
Yeah,
I like that. The problem with Hydro Man is he doesn't really need tech unless he needs like a stabilizer so that he's not always liquid.
Or Kingpin. We could do our own Kingpin actually.
Interesting.
I think we do a Sinister Six that is being employed by the Kingpin.
Does that mean Kingpin's the main villain then?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're gonna need an actor for him because I don't think we pull Vincent D'Onofrio for that.
I'm looking. I don't really want Venom.
No
Hobgoblin. Although a Ned Leeds.
Oh, a Ned Leeds. But that's the interesting thing is that you can get like some really comic accurate stuff here. I mean, I know this is the universe where nothing's comic accurate, but like we can kind of course
Vulture.
correct.
I would like a Vulture in this.
Would you? Vulture does show up in that like scrapped post credit scene.
No, I mean like an old like Vulture, but he's the old man Vulture.
Yeah, we forget Michael Keaton was supposed to be the old man Vulture, but you mean like hobbling around old man Vulture kind of deal. Yeah, okay.
Fuck, there's a lot of random.
Yeah.
The Tinkerer trying to buy like gear, like trying to buy technology from Octavius that he can then convert into his own stuff.
Interesting. I feel like the Tinkerer might be actually better used as was like employed by Otto. So like,
he's running.
So he's like Otto, like obviously funds it and designs everything, but the Tinkerer is like the foreman on the floor building everything.
Yeah,
and so when
it's his lab assistant.
Yeah, exactly. And so Peter shows, or Otto as Peter shows up, and the Tinkerer is like, "Who the hell are you?" And maybe the Tinkerer is the only one because it's before the big reveal with the big boardroom meeting. Maybe the Tinkerer is the only one in the whole movie who knows that the switch happened.
Yeah.
Maybe the Tinkerer is the one helping him make the device originally.
Yeah.
And who's like in on the whole plan and everything. So like that's the person that you get scenes of Otto being able to talk to about this is that the Tinkerer is like,
oh right, so he stays as his assistant.
Yeah.
And then the more that Otto is like, I don't know, I feel like I could do some good here. The more the Tinkerer is like, no, we're here to make money. That's what we're here to make new technology and sell it.
You're absolutely right. And the Tinkerer is a great, because then the Tinkerer can defect over to Kingpin and like tell him that's actually Otto Octavius. Like he's not bullshitting you. We should take him down. Like that could be once he starts trying to be a good Spider-Man, the Tinkerer is the one who defects.
Do you know who I'm thinking for the Tinkerer?
Who?
Did you ever watch the Blackberry movie?
The Blackberry? No.
Did you ever watch Tropic Thunder?
No, I'm so sorry.
Fuck. Have you ever seen This Is the End?
I don't know how much I remember about This Is the End. You got a lot of movies for this guy. What's this guy's name?
Jay Baruchel.
Does he voice Hiccup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him.
I like it. I was picturing something a little bit more sniveling, shorter.
But he is.
He's not short though. That's my problem.
Oh.
He's pretty tall.
I think he can hunch enough that he could be like.
Yeah.
And then, but when he stands up to Octavius, he's actually bigger than Andrew Garfield.
I wonder if he is bigger than Andrew Garfield, if they're like similar heights.
I don't know.
Fair enough. Not important, but yeah.
But yeah, like
the guy who voiced Hiccup in How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah. I think that'd be cool.
I dig it.
And then like
let's get the boardroom down. So we get Old Man Vulture. I mean, ideally you'd get like someone like who's
to be a big wheel.
Yeah, hold on. Who's the actor from Knives Out who took over in the first Knives Out? Christopher, the really old guy.
Christopher Plummer.
Christopher Plummer. Is he still alive?
No.
Damn.
He died in 2021.
Damn it. Because he looks like he's about to heal over. Well, I guess he did.
Yeah.
But you get someone equivalent. You get is Clint Eastwood still alive?
Yeah, but I don't think he would fucking do it.
I don't care. This is our. We're sitting in a room making a podcast talking about what we want to happen.
Yeah.
You get Clint Eastwood to come in as the old man vulture who's about to fucking kick the bucket.
Yeah.
You think that's the level of old that I want for this
Yeah.
old man vulture? Not like pretty fit Michael Keaton, intimidating kind of like mid 60s. You get like a proper
80s, 90s.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah. Big Wheel.
Big Wheel's definitely in there. Are we making them? I don't want to like downplay how silly they are because I think that's important, but I also do want to still make them like legitimate threats. So I think like the tech that Big Wheel is running, like it's a big wheel, but he is like he's fucking bulldozing. Like you know
the thing from Transformers 2, the thing with two wheels that his name's Demolisher.
I was thinking of
he goes from Shanghai.
You know the thing that
Shanghai
Grievous rides?
Yes,
but with like spikes and it's climbing and it's like
big,
shredding.
it's huge,
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah. I think that's genuinely terrifying.
Yeah.
Stiltman. I think Stiltman should be able to like extend his legs and retract them, so he can also make like some sick.
I think you could use Stiltman where he like jumps on Superior Spider-Man's like femur and it just breaks.
Yeah, well, I think he's got like almost like gauntlets in his leg that can extend. You know, like Crossbones, how he has those things on his arm.
But they're like on his leg,
Civil War. You just have that on his legs, but like they can extend upwards and stuff. And yeah, I think that's it.
Right.
And I love that all of this is Otto Octavius tech. I think that really helps this story.
The Rhino, that was one.
The Rhino. I love that we're going to get Paul Giamatti back. That's so awesome. That's so awesome.
We've got 4 at the moment. We need 2 more. We need 2 more. One that aren't the Tinkerer and.
You did mention a Ned Leeds Hobgoblin.
Yeah. So we'll do.
We also. Oh, you know what we could do?
What?
I was going to say Scorpion, but because I was thinking about that end credit scene where they had all their tech down in the basement. Yeah. However, we could potentially, instead of that, do Prowler.
Yes. Okay, so we've got Vulture, Big Wheel, Stiltman, Rhino, Hobgoblin, and Prowler.
I think that's really good.
Are our like Sinister Six group of people.
And I think you get Hobgoblin like straight up in his like yellow hoodie kind of get up. Like you get like a proper looking Hobgoblin. Isn't the guy who plays Ned Leeds buff now? Isn't he like tall and buff?
Jacob Batalon?
Yeah, didn't he like lose a bunch of weight?
I think he lost a bunch of weight. I don't know if he's buff. No, I don't think he's buff. I think he just got thin.
Okay. You could theoretically get him to play Hobgoblin. I think that would be super interesting to
would you use him still as
I think that would be interesting. Is that because he could come into the meeting with his mask still on, and you could kind of imply that Spider-Man. Well, actually, it doesn't matter.
Because he wouldn't know. He wouldn't recognize him.
He wouldn't recognize him because the mask on, and Otto wouldn't know from the other one. So it's not. Yeah, I think you get him to play it, and that's a fun little. Yeah. Either him or. Oh, I just had it in my head. Just went out of my head. I had a really good idea for who would play a funny Hobgoblin. It's gone. Maybe it'll come back.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good group of people. I think we need to figure out our Kingpin.
This is true. I love how just fans, like, how much this is just, like, fan fulfillment of, like, we could have chose one villain, make it simple, but I was like, we want a fucking Sinister Six up in this bitch. I think it would be fun to do a Kingpin. Like, I guess they do it for Vincent D'Onofrio as well, but you put him in a suit like the Penguin, like Colin Farrell. Like, you get someone like that.
Do they do that for Vincent D'Onofrio, or is he just big?
They have to do. I don't think they did it at first, but now if you look at him, they have to make him up a little bit more.
What if you? Oh wait, no, didn't he die? Yeah, he died. Fuck. I was gonna be like Michael Clarke Duncan from the Daredevil movie.
Oh, you get him,
but like you
get him back. Oh, interesting.
What about like John Lithgow?
John Lithgow?
Actually, no, John Lithgow as the Vulture.
Yeah, boom, lock it in. Lock it in. Especially like if this movie took like 5 years to get made.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Lithgow as the Vulture will take that. I do want to cast all of them. Is that something you guys usually do?
Sometimes.
Yeah, we should also cast MJ. We never cast MJ.
Well, MJ is already cast in The Amazing Spider-Man anyway.
Is she?
Yeah. She
a deleted scene?
Yeah.
Who is she? Is she? Oh no, I think did I know?
She's her from
No, I know it's Shailene Woodley.
who was in Paradise.
Yeah, Shailene
Yeah.
Woodley. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's MJ. As soon as I start rattling,
The Rock.
No.
Dave Bautista.
Okay, that one I might actually vibe with. That one I could be on board.
Like you do Dave Bautista, he's not massively tall, but he's still built
Yeah,
out.
you very much want someone who's just huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the vibe of Kingpin and who could command it. I feel like you could get a pretty good, convincing like buff. I don't think Vincent D'Onofrio's that tall, is he?
It seems to be 6'3".
Okay,
So not
he's-
so fucking
he's
tall and
not-
iron.
Yeah.
Um,
Who plays in Creed 3, Creed 2? Who plays Ivan Drago's son?
yeah, he's pretty. The Victor Drago's character,
Victor Drago.
Florian Montagnier.
You can see where my brain went of just
Yeah, big.
Imagine someone punching really hard. What's this?
Oh.
Florian what?
Florian Montagnier, Munt.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you could definitely make that guy look up to be the Kingpin.
Yeah. Was he good in Creed? Or
Yeah, he was very good in Creed.
The only other one I'm thinking of is Lee Pace.
Yeah, Lee Pace also pops into my head because he's really tall.
Lee Pace, you could with clothing, you could make him look fatter.
What if Lee Pace was Stiltman?
Oh, but that's I
You
feel
want
like that's
you want
too
someone
small.
you want someone short with
stilts
on.
on.
Yeah, okay.
Whereas I think I actually quite like Lee Pace as Kingpin because he's very good at
I'll take it. Yeah, give me Thrag for Kingpin.
Yeah.
Give me Thrag for Kingpin. Yeah, I mean, put a fat suit on him.
Yeah.
Really, honestly.
Do the one from the fat suit from John Wick.
Oh, I love that fat suit. That's such a good I love it because that's a professional kickboxer who still moves the same way in the fat suit. God, that's great. Okay. Lock it in. Lee Pace is Kingpin.
Yeah.
Stiltman, do we want to cast the whole Sinister Six?
Yeah, we can.
Let's try and not be so. Let's rapid fire. So we got Paul Giamatti. We got the guy playing Ned Leeds from the mainline universe. As
we've got John Lithgow,
Vulture.
John Lithgow, Vulture.
Paul Giamatti's locked in.
Paul Giamatti as Rhino. We've got the guy who plays CEO of Sex as Hobgoblin.
CEO of Sex as Hobgoblin.
We need Big Wheel. We need Stiltman. We need Prowler.
Prowler. Ooh,
I mean, the easy option is you just go Donald Glover, and
I mean, we're fan casting. I'm a huge Donald Glover, Childish Gambino fan. Lock it in. Let's just lock it in.
Yeah.
I think that's just
he can be
fun.
in multiple universes.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Theoretically, also he could be
The one from
Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
This could be that one.
And he was up for the Andrew Garfield role in before they were going to do Amazing Spider-Man, they were going to do him as Peter Parker because Miles didn't exist at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, get him in there. Big Wheel and Stiltman. These are the really, really important ones that we need to really nail the casting on. So you want someone short.
Someone short for Stiltman.
Oh, I've got such a... Dude, get Daniel Radcliffe in there.
Yes.
Get Daniel Radcliffe in there right now.
Yeah.
That's so good.
And then Big Wheel could be fucking anyone. I genuinely don't know enough about Big Wheel. So then who's fun for that?
Get someone that you can see driving, who's kind of got some ties to
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan
Gosling
because of
is
Drive.
Big Wheel.
Ryan Gosling or Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig is Big Wheel. It's actually kind of fun.
I think that's fun because I was thinking of Logan Lucky or Channing Tatum. Just throw it out.
No, Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum. Yeah. Get him at his Big Wheel.
Yeah.
I think that's fun. All right. Cool. That's our Sinister Six. Lock it in.
Yeah.
We're all cast up. Amazing. God, what an all-star cast that we were able to pull off here.
That's
Phenomenal.
amazing.
I'm so glad we got the budget for this.
Yeah. The world's first $500 million movie.
And okay, so we have the boardroom scene where he pulls everyone together. The Tinkerer knows about the plan. Otto comes out as Peter, being like, look what I've done. He's about to say, I'm Otto Octavius. I'm going to sell you all this stuff. I'm now all this other. And then everyone freaks out and is like, oh my God, that's
Peter. That's Peter Parker.
He knows Spider-Man. Where Spider-Man's probably in these walls. And there's a big, you get your they fight amongst themselves. And then I think in this scene, as everyone's fighting amongst themselves and looting Otto's place, like he's trying to like, maybe he runs and goes and puts on the Spider-Man suit. He's like, okay, if the only way that I'm going to stop them is if I'm Spider-Man, let me go put on the Spider-Man suit and then actually try and fight them. And then you get like a preliminary, he's trying to find his legs as Spider-Man, beating them off with a stick as they're trying to steal all of the trying to steal all of the Otto Octavius stuff. And then after this, like he's getting his ass handed to him because he's never been Spider-Man before. Yeah. But he enjoyed, maybe he like takes down one of them. I think
he takes down like
Vulture.
Yeah.
It's gotta be
I think
Vulture.
he punches Vulture and he's out.
He's getting his ass handed to him, and then like he like actually stops Vulture from stealing something, and then he's like, whoa, that actually felt pretty good. Doing some good. Maybe you get some,
or like at first he's like, I'm gonna fucking get these people for stealing my stuff.
Yeah.
And the more he's doing it, and the more the police are like, thanks, Spider-Man.
Yeah, the police, and then he gets like applause. He like takes out Vulture in handcuffs.
I think the first one is that he takes out Vulture, and he kind of like, he doesn't kill him, but he kind of like webs him up, and then the police arrive at the scene, because some big things happened, and then they're like, and the police come and take him away, and he's like, huh, that's weird.
Yeah, well, he's like, and then I think that you get the public being like, yeah, Spider-Man.
Well, and then it's a bit like Amazing Spider-Man 1, where Peter is just looking for the guy that killed Uncle Ben and isn't doing it for the right reasons yet.
Yeah.
But then learns to do it for the right reasons along the way.
Yeah, you get a little bit of mirroring with that.
Yeah. I think that Otto should build his own, like, Iron Spider, like, comic accurate Iron Spider suit.
I think after he gets his ass handed to him in this fight where he's just in the regular Spider-Man suit, he's like, I gotta upgrade now. And then he builds his own with the Tinkerer. And the Tinkerer's like, why are we doing this? He's like, well, I gotta go get these guys first. That's his motivation.
He's like, I gotta get my stuff back.
Yeah. And then
I need my reputation. And they're ruining my reputation.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Ready? The 5 of the Sinister Six that escape report back to Kingpin. They've stolen a decent amount of stuff. And they say, Otto has been compromised. Like he's up for grabs. And now Kingpin, so they work for Kingpin, they're payrolled for him. And essentially what it's been is that Kingpin owns them as like for his turf and everything, but they still have to go to Otto to get their tech. And now Kingpin sees an opportunity. Okay, he's compromised. We're going to move in on all of Otto Octavius's territory. Yeah. To then he's gonna basically streamline it so that he owns everything, means of operation and everything. Sees the means of production. And so they report back, and he's like, okay, this is what we're going to do. And now maybe there's little outfits of Otto's around the city. So now Kingpin's like starting to organize attacks. He's like, all right, you guys are going to go here. And so that's what Otto is doing, is he's trying to protect his turf. And that's his whole thing. I need to get my stuff back, and I need to protect my turf at the same time. And that's why I'm building this, and the Tinkerer is helping him.
Yeah. And then who's the next one that we take off the list?
I think you can do like a 2-in-1. Like maybe the next thing that Kingpin does is that he's like, all right, you two are going to go hit this outfit here. Who do we really want in the final battle that's backing up Kingpin? Because it's going to end with him going to Kingpin's tower.
I think like Prowler and Hobgoblin.
Yeah, I think that's good. Because the rest,
Because the rest are two
clunky.
They're two one note things. Whereas like, and even Rhino. Like, Rhino can be the second to last ones.
I agree, yeah.
But then it's like a double team of Hobgoblin and Prowler who are more agile and can do more stuff.
Yeah. I think the next one, it's Big Wheel and Stiltman hit an outfit, and Big Wheel gets taken out, but Stiltman gets away.
Yeah.
And then you can do Stiltman and Rhino as the one after that.
Yeah.
Stiltman gets taken down. And then in the big fight, I like the idea of if Rhino's like, he basically, Otto at this point, well, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but he's like fully switched on to, I'm doing this for the right reasons now. And he shows up at Kingpin Tower and like the boss level at the base, at like at the ground floor to get into the tower.
And then you have a mini like the Raid movie.
Exactly.
Yeah, where he's going up the Kingpin Tower.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the opening of the Spider-Man PS4 game.
Yeah, exactly. But he has to fight Rhino at the base level.
Yeah.
And then honestly, fuck it. I'm having fun. As he's moving up the floors, Tombstone's there. You know, like, fuck it.
Yeah, there's other
Kingpin payrolls.
There's other guys, yeah. I think I like what you said, where like it's Big Will and Stiltman, and like Stiltman's getting away, but like someone's about to get hurt or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, and he almost instinctively saves someone.
Yeah.
And then when like he's webbed up Big Wheel, and he's frustrated, and he's like, "Why the fuck did I do that?"
Yeah.
But then all the police come, and he's like, "I got your criminal."
Yeah.
And he's trying to be funny, and he's not very good at it. Like
Yeah.
like you do the Spider-Man's joking around, but he's like, "That's a big wheel."
He's like kind of bombing, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
okay, Spider-Man.
But then they're all like, "Yeah, Spider-Man,"
Yeah.
and he's like, "It feels good."
Yeah, and I think the next scene that you have is after that is that he's arguing with the Tinkerer, and the Tinkerer is starting to catch on of like, well, why did you save that person? And he's like, well, I just, I need to keep up my image as Spider-Man. If I'm going to take that, like, he's trying to convince himself. And he's like, if people don't believe I'm Spider-Man, then they're going to think something's up, and I'm not going to be able to, stop them.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to like come up with that lie, but
Yeah.
Tinkerer is like starting to suspect something.
Yeah.
And then I think
he's like, we're going to use the police to take out our enemies. That's going to be
Yeah.
We're going to play dirt. They've taken my territory.
Yeah.
We're playing dirty here. We're using the police to our advantage, which means we are using Spider-Man to our advantage.
Yeah.
The Tinker is kind of like, okay, but like,
what's up with it? Yeah. Like, I feel like something else is going on here.
Now, do we come back to MJ at all? Because we
kind of need to.
We need to, but we also need to be very careful.
Yeah, I think MJ figures it out. I think that's the scene that we do. Is he goes back home after he does the saving with Stiltman thing.
Yeah,
he goes back home because he kind of has to, and she's talking to him, and I like the idea that he doesn't even slip up, and she just is like. Like the scene's progressing normally, and like Otto actually thinks he's doing a great job and everything. And then he turns around and she's just in the doorway, and she goes, "Where's Peter? What did you do with Peter? Who are you?" Yeah. And like she's just figured it out instantly. Yeah. She can just tell. And then he tries to waffle, be like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about?" And then
that's when he slips up. Is when he's like, actually, but he slips up after she already knows. Because he's like, "I'm here. I'm fine."
Yeah. He doesn't. Does he slip up and say that he's Otto? And then you get MJ visiting. So we make that scene. It might be even more impactful if Peter dies as Otto Octavius. So like the Peter in Stellan Skarsgård's body, that one. If during this scene with MJ, Otto slips up and says, something to give away that he's Dr. Octopus, and then she figures it out. Like she's like, "Oh my god, that he must have switched brains." So she goes to see Otto's body, but that is Peter. Yeah, and then he dies holding her hand. Are you unsure about killing Andrew Garfield?
No. I think killing him is the right idea. Part of me is wondering whether or not we do a thing where Otto is like partway, like at the like end of Act 2, Otto's like, "I can't do it.
Yeah.
I've done this evil thing of trying to extend my life. Yeah. And I took this life from someone else. I have to go back and switch back because it's not fair." Yeah. And then he goes. And he's already dead. And he died. He's died like a day ago, and he just hasn't heard anything about it.
I think you could do both scenes. You could do MJ visits and is talking to him. You don't see him die.
And MJ can't get him out of prison because no one will believe him.
So she's sitting there with Otto, she's sitting there with Peter in Otto's body. Yeah. And then we end that scene, and then you cut to, because now Otto Octavius, the mental version of him, is all shaken because he's just accidentally slipped up and let MJ know, and so he's going back, and the Tinkerer's like, "Well, what are we going to do next?" or something like that. Maybe you even have him do like another save on the way or something.
Yeah, and he's like, "We've got to find." I think he's like brushing it off all aside, and he's like, "Look, we just got to find Stiltman. He's the one that got away. He knows where the rest are. Yeah, we've got to find him." And
I think maybe you get like a very brief interaction with Stiltman or something during this to like just amp up why he essentially starts having this panic attack and everything. But I think essentially when he goes back to like after the Stiltman altercation, he's arguing with Tinkerer. Tinkerer's like, "Stiltman's right here, go get him." And like Otto actually doesn't really want to right now. Like he's shaken, but he goes anyway. And
I think the way we do it is that he fucking kills Stiltman. He's killed Stiltman. he feels. I think he's feeling a bit bad about it, but not enough to stop him just yet. And he's like, I'm gonna. Fine, I'll kill them all. And he's gonna go after Rhino at. Like he's figured out where they are. They're all hiding at Kingpin's thing. I think he goes there and Rhino kicks his fucking ass.
Really?
And just and on he's like.
I think that rather than he doesn't feel bad enough to stop, is that he does feel bad enough to stop, but he kind of overrides that, and he's like, "Well, I'm not going to stop, so I'll just go find Rhino right now." I don't think he goes to the tower yet. I think the tower needs to be the final act, but he can find Rhino. Maybe he. Oh, you know what would be interesting? He's about to kill Stillman. He's like, tell me where Rhino is, and I'll spare you. And then he tells him, and he just kills him anyway. Yeah. Essentially, I think actually, is it more potent if he's like. Tell me where Rhino is and I'll spare you, and then he tells him where Rhino is, and then he actually has the instinct to spare him, and then Tinkerer fucking like blasts him and kills Stillman. So he doesn't actually kill Stillman. And then
he's like, what the fuck was that?
It was like, why you were actually gonna let him go? He's like, no, I'll show you right now. And then he fucks off to go try and get Rhino, and then Rhino kicks his ass. Yeah. He's like, as like to prove to Tinkerer, Rhino kicks his ass, and then that's his low point. That's when he goes to be like, I need to switch back. It's over. I need to just switch back. And then he gets to the hospital, and MJ is still there with the dead body of Otto Octavius, Peter Parker. Yeah. Like, so he goes to switch back, and he's like in the window as Spider-Man, and MJ's like, you're too late. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. And then she gets to have a little moment of being like, you did this. You need to fix this by being a better Spider-Man. You need to be, or she doesn't say better Spider-Man, but you need to be a better person, and like, If you came here to switch back and you did actually, you feel
you have to you'll pay for it by like your punishment is you live his life.
Yeah, you live as Spider-Man.
You are Spider-Man. That's all you are.
You've killed my partner, whatever. Yeah. You've killed Peter Parker. You cannot kill Spider-Man. Yeah, you must be Spider-Man because the world needs Spider-Man, and it's MJ that like gives that to him. Yeah, or like tells him you must do this. I fucking love that scene. Would be so powerful. Yeah.
And then I think he then has to pull himself together.
I think he gets like one like non-villain related save. I think like the burning building from Spider-Man 2. Yeah.
I think he pulls himself together, and I think that's when he also goes, I don't need the superior spider. No, I don't need the Iron Spider. Stuff.
Yeah, he goes back to.
It's like he's like, I've been trying to do this half as Spider-Man, half as Otto Octavius with the arms and all that, and he's like, I can't
do that anymore.
It's like Peter Parker dies, Otto Octavius dies, Spider-Man is alive. That's who I am now.
And he puts back on like a sick ass Spider-Man suit.
I think he puts on the TASM 2 suit. Or the like TASM 1 suit.
You get a TASM 3 suit. We would have had a new TASM 3. We would have had a new TASM 3.
With like the logo in the proper position instead of being like the logo's like on his fucking belly button.
Yeah, it is. So low down. Yeah, it's like his sternum. So then he goes, I think he puts on that suit and he gets like one save that's like a burning building, flooding something, like he saves an orphanage, like that kind of deal. And then the Tinkerer is like, what the fuck are you doing?
Actually, I was going to say we don't see the Tinkerer again until he's making his way up through the Kingpin Tower, and then Tinkerer is there.
I think if the studio wants it, you see the Tinkerer seeing the save, the orphanage save, doesn't interact with him and walks off, and then you don't see him again.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then he goes back and the Tinkerer is not there. Maybe the Tinkerer has left. He doesn't know it's the Tinkerer, but the Tinkerer has left like blueprints to how to get to the tower, and it's actually a trap. Yeah, like that he's already working with Kingpin, and that's the reveal when he get up to the top. Kingpin's like, "Oh, did you think that? Like, there's do you think the code was given to you? Like, you just figured it out? Like, he gave it to me for a reason."
And then...
So this is when... But he goes to the tower, and then you get the ground level.
And I think he takes out Rhino pretty, like, easily. Like, I think another thing we see is, like, a mini montage of him studying up on Rhino, Hobgoblin, and Prowler.
Yeah, and also studying up on Spider-Man. Yeah. And, how he fights.
That he can do. Yeah. And, like, a mini training montage where he's also, like, he's like, I tried to do this with my own intelligence, but I've not done any research into any of them. I don't know why I was so arrogant about that. So yeah, he gets in and I think he's able to take out Rhino pretty easily. And
that's like a redemption for him because Rhino kicked his ass last time. Yeah.
And it's like something simple as well, like the fact that like the Rhino bit's strong, but like the dude inside the thing is still just
he like hits the eject button with one of his webs because you can also get that he's Otto Octavius. He designed that suit.
Yeah,
you know, like he puts the two together. Like he outmaneuvers him with the web slinging because he's Spider-Man now. But then he like knows exactly where to sling a web to hit the eject suit, and then he like webs Paul Giamatti out of there, and then he's just a dude in his boxers.
And then Hobgoblin and Prowler are the
well, you get the I want the raid. I want the working your way up.
He's like working his way up, and there's all these like henchman goon types.
Yeah.
And he's like making his way through them. He's trying not to kill them.
He doesn't kill any of them.
Yeah. He's not killing any of them. And then like you get to like Hobgoblin is then on a level
below Kingpin and
is like flying around, and he's got to figure out. And it's another thing of like, all right, figuring out what part of the environment that he's in and what part of the technology.
Yeah, I like the idea that this is when, because obviously it's the body that has the powers, so he does have spider senses.
Yeah. And
so it's like this is when he like maybe this whole time he's kind of been like, I'm ignoring that, it's too complicated for me. Like he still had them, but maybe this is when this fight is when he starts using them properly and like he's actually come into his own there. And he takes down Hobgoblin and then he makes his way up to the top. Also, small note, I do want Lee Pace's Kingpin to have Daniel Michael Gandolfini in this universe. Just like he's just there.
Yeah, it's his son.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Small note. Yeah,
but anyway. It's fine. He can. So then you've got Prowler, and Prowler's the more like actual hand-to-hand combat fight.
And I think Prowler's on the same level as Kingpin. I'm picturing a big penthouse apartment kind of deal at the top of the tower.
Yeah.
And Prowler's like the one that Kingpin chose as his guard, as his like the one that's on the level as him, and it's his guard.
And then like I think again he's taking these people down by using his the spider sense and his agility to get past their attacks, and then using his knowledge as Otto to disable their tech.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then,
but I then think that he disables the Prowler tech, and he doesn't expect that Prowler is the only one of these guys that has skills outside of that.
Yeah.
He is just a fighter. Yeah. So he disables the tech, and then Prowler attacks him.
And he's still good at fighting.
Yeah, and then he has to basically use his hand-to-hand combat to then disable him.
And then
disarm him.
I think he's going to take down Kingpin, and just before the Kingpin's giving a whole like speech about like, I don't know.
He knows that he's Otto.
He knows he's Otto, and he thinks that Otto's pathetic and all that stuff. And he's like, you make for a poor imitation of Spider-Man. Or something. He's like, no, I'm the superior Spider-Man. Or something
there
stupid.
You go. Yeah.
And then just before he goes to attack Kingpin, he gets fucking blasted by like the Tinkerer, who's got like some fucking cannon or something.
Yeah, the shockwave.
And I think that the way that we do Tinkerer is that he's got, it's almost like a video game boss level where he's got like parts of each of the other.
Yeah.
Like
you get a Kevin 11 fight.
Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
And the other thing is that like partway through the fight, he's like, okay, I still gotta get the power source. Goes in, pulls the power source out. It's not the real power source at all.
Because Tinkerer knows how to outsmart him.
Yeah, and he's like, do you think I would have a centralized power source for myself?
I've seen how you operate. Your designs are flawed. You never listen. Like you do something like that where he's like, you never listen to me.
He's like, I have an individual power source for each gadget that's on here.
Yeah. So
you can take out one of them. That's fine. It keeps this thing. Okay, right. There's a thing that NASA does. This is such a side tangent, but it does make sense. It's I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called, but essentially the idea is that they build their like Mars rovers and stuff to work with as little of the technology working as possible. So the idea is that like you can have failures in the brakes and you can have failures in this bit and this bit and this bit,
but it's not going to take everything.
But it doesn't. But like you don't have it that like one thing is on everything is on a closed power loop system where like the power runs out
and
on
so
one
that's
thing and that's how he's got, everything is decentralized. Everything runs on its own. Everything has its own computer that's running on it that's separate from everything else, and everything has its own power source. Nothing.
I do want Kingpin to also be involved in this fight. So he's fighting the Tinkerer and he's trying to take out the Tinkerer, but I do want the Kingpin to also get some punches in, and we get to see how strong he is.
And I think it's then a like a 2v1.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Civil War fight.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think he realizes that he needs to use like Kingpin's strength to break the tech.
It was a very video game battle.
Yeah,
where it's,
and he has to use the tech to like disorient Kingpin. And he's basically using them to defeat each other.
Yeah.
Until eventually Kingpin gets frustrated enough with the Tinkerer and just fucking knocks him out or kills him or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he kills the Tinkerer. Bane breaks his back over his leg.
Stop fucking hitting me.
Yeah, and then I think you get some hand to hand. Otto is dying, or like not dying, getting his ass kicked by Kingpin. He can't web, like he keeps webbing him down, and then Kingpin's so strong. You get like the stupid comic accurate, like he's got super strength, but was never given a serum for some reason.
I think you could even do something where like he gets fucking knocked down. He gets like knocked down. And he's knocked out or something for like a brief set. Like he gets knocked out for like Otto for like a couple of seconds, while Kingpin's knocked him out. And I think you can even do a scene where you go like into his mind, and he's back to the original. It's Stellan Skarsgård, being like, I can't do this, and then it's Peter Parker as like the other bit, being like, well.
You kind of need to.
Man. And it's like that kind of like, it's not a great pep talk, but it is one where it's like, look, man.
You don't really have a choice. I love that pep talk, though, where it's like, it's not like you have this inside you. It's like you did this.
You did this, man. You've got to keep going. Look, man, if it was me in there, I would probably be in the same position. I probably would be knocked out too.
Yeah.
But you know what I wouldn't be doing? I wouldn't be groveling about it. I'd get up and I'd keep going until either I take him down or he takes me down. And then he's like...
And then right before they come out of the mind, he turns around and goes, and don't fuck my wife.
Yeah. Stay away from MJ. He's like, I'm too old for that.
And then he opens his eyes, and then he does the No Way Home two-hand whip the ceiling, pulls himself up, and then turns around, flips the ground, and does the pull himself. And
oh, I love that move so much.
You get him basically kicking Kingpin through every single floor.
Oh, like, from the trailer for the Spider-Man thing.
I was gonna say, do you know in the Suicide Squad where Idris Elba is like falling through all that? You do that, but he's pushing him through every floor. It's just like
that. There's the original trailer for. I mean, that happens in the Spider-Man game as well.
Oh, okay. I've not actually played it fully.
Do you have it?
M has it actually. It's on the shelf. I haven't played it yet.
You should.
I should do that.
Yeah, and I think he takes Kingpin down,
and he drags him outside, and he gets an applause.
Yeah. And then I think like he then has to. I think before everyone is like congratulating him for everything, I think he has to leave immediately because yes, it feels good to take down Kingpin, but he feels the guilt of it as well.
Yeah, and now he's got like the Peter Parker, like he's low and alone and everything. He like doesn't go back to Otto Octavius. He can't go back to MJ. He doesn't go back to the Octavius Corporation, and like he buys a shitty apartment.
Yeah,
as every Spider-Man should be. I think that's the end of the Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah,
story.
I think, and then maybe he comes back for Spider-Geddon.
Yeah, as Otto. Yeah, I think
that works.
I think that's an interesting play there.
I don't know if we're going to do any post-credit scenes. I don't know if Nat wanted to do them or not. So I think regardless, we probably can't.
I think a mid-credit scene that's just John Lithgow as the Vulture, just like in prison, should be like,
so old. Yeah, I think we got it.
I think that was sick. I really liked that. Really liked that movie.
Okay, so in that case, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Do you have anything you want to discuss or plug right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think I plug the same thing every single time I'm on one of these podcasts for the last year. I wrote a book. It's a YA novel called Ghoul Fools. Mm-hmm. You can find it on Amazon, whatever region you're in. It's on every single Amazon that there is. Go check that out. You can find me, Bri Power, on YouTube. I got some short films up on there. And Bri likes to write on Instagram with underscores in between each of those words.
Nice,
and that's where you can find me. Yeah.
Very good. Well, in that case, if we're all done, all there is left to say is bye, Kevin.
Bye, Kevin.